Okay, we'll go ahead and get started with the council meeting. Everybody please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance.
Flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, please call the roll.
All right, Houston. Here. Kozak. Here. Pansara.
He's excused.
Smith.
Here.
Walker.
She's excused.
Weiss.
Here.
President Keeler.
And she's excused, sick.
Mayor Kearns.
Here.
We do have a quorum.
Director Maxwell is also out. City Attorney Kazam.
Here.
Director Miller. Here.
Okay, next we have oath of office. We have Police Officer Colin Bryce, fresh out of the academy for the swearing in. Chief Police come up as well as Officer Bryce. Okay.
All right. Raise your right hand, put your left hand on the Bible. Thank you. And repeat after me. I, Colin Bryce,
I, Colin Bryce,
solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear to support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Charter and ordinances
the Charter and ordinances
of the City of Granby Heights,
of the City of Granby Heights,
and will faithfully, honestly, and impartially
will faithfully, honestly, and impartially
discharge the duties as a police officer
discharge the duties as a police officer
for the City of Granby Heights
for the City of Granby Heights
in Franklin County, Ohio.
in Franklin County, Ohio.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Destiny is pinning the badge. Don't poke them. I'll try not to. All right, congratulations. We'll have to do some paperwork here. Who's doing your training? Who are you riding with, or do you know yet?
I'm not sure.
Don't even know yet. Lucky guy. Yeah, go ahead and sign, whatever you're comfortable with. Thank you. Welcome to the City of Granby Heights. We're excited to have you. You'll get a report from duty to the new building and be on the streets in no time. Welcome.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Congratulations again. Yeah.
I like shaking your hand.
Okay, next we have the approval of proceedings. We have the minutes for the council meeting on September 8th and the 22nd. I believe Councilmember Houston had a amendment.
I have a small friendly amendment. So on page 2 of the September 8th meeting minutes in the Sustainable 2050 report section, if we could strike the word also and insert instead of it Sustainable Columbus and MORPC. They were the entities that did the report on the climate action plan.
I'll second that. All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Okay, I'll move to, with that, I'll move to approve the, both these minutes.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Next, we have comments from visitors. Don't believe we have any. Next, online comments.
No online comments.
Excuse me.
No comments.
Okay. So next we have council committee reports. First is finance. Finance met at 6:45 to discuss ordinance 2025-09. I can talk more about that as it comes up on the agenda. Next we have planning and administration.
No report?
Okay, recreation services and public facilities, that's Councilmember Panzera. Safety.
Also no report.
Okay, council liaisons, Grandview Library, that's Councilmember Walker. Next is school, Council President Keeler, we're kind of sparse this evening. Chamber,
For the chamber report tomorrow at Boulevard Presbyterian from 11:30 to 12:45, there's a light lunch followed by ribbon cutting to recognize their newly renovated fellowship hall. And the next development download is scheduled for Wednesday, October 29th from 8:15 to 10 a.m. at the Cleary Company on Henderson Road. Mayor Kearns will be there with representing Grandview, Jamie Gentry with Marble Cliff, Angie Ullum from the schools, and there are a couple of others presenting that day. And then on Thursday, November 6th, from 4:30 to 6, there'll be a happy hour and wreath-making event at the Carlisle, Patchen and Murphy Law Firm Building on Goodale. And that's all I have.
okay, next, planning commission, that's Councilmember Panzera. CODA, no, report. Morpsey, that's Council, President Keeler. Destination Grandview.
I do have something.
Okay.
Yes. We met last Friday. We're still working, well, it's not me. They are still working on the new traveler, like visitor's guide, and it's been a huge process. At first, there's supposed to be a map in the middle, like a fold out, and now they've scrapped the map and gone with more of like a social media highlight. So it looks really cool. We all looked at it last Friday. So that is planning on going to print here soon. Other items to note, there is some restaurant development still over in Grandview Yard. There's an Asian restaurant that's still working on build out and permitting in the former Jason's Deli spot, preparing for the marathon, and just some discussion about future dates, including the Ohio Health Quarter and a half marathon, and perhaps moving those dates for more traffic. And the hotels have been seeing some good business from all these events.
Okay, thanks. Next, we have area reports. Start with the mayor.
Thank you. Just to follow up there on the planning commission report, I can report there was no meeting in September. There is one this week coming up. It's fall. Here's just some reminders of ongoing city maintenance activities. Primarily hydrant pumping is ongoing. Obviously, this is essential maintenance, keeps them running. Leaf collection has started. You look around and you see a lot of green, but there are some dry leaves finally falling. We'll pick those up until we can't anymore. Yard waste also ongoing until it's planned to end on the 24th, which I believe is the week before Thanksgiving. Sidewalk replacement and street paving is scheduled to start this week. They got the curbs done previously, now moving on to concrete for sidewalks and alleys. The street paving, we will hold off in the marathon area. There's some areas that are in the program that we wanted them to hold off on due to the marathon. So primarily it will be alleys and sidewalks this week. There's a 6-week food waste prevention and composting promotional campaign called Save More Than Food that we have kicked off, or actually we'll be kicking off next Monday with SWACO. It's a partnership going to be heavily promoted with not only social media but articles, press release, and SWACO is being a partner with us and essentially paying for some of the cost of this, including some new signage at the drop-off. So we're grateful for that partnership. Also a reminder of the pumpkin toss, that information will be there and there as well, and it's a very colorful postcard type mailer that, so look for that. Parks and Recreation had a very successful Fall Fest. Marathon is Sunday, which we're supporting. Again, a reminder, the new map, the new course is on the city's website, different traffic closures, but it should be smooth. Pumpkin Run is October 25th, Oakland Avenue, normal location. Parks Master Planning, just a reminder, the last master plan was was done in 2006, was written in 2006. It was actually essentially completed last year when we brought the new facility at McKinley Park online. That plan was really directed fairly so to capital improvements that needed to be made. The facilities were not in the shape that they are now. And so we've completed it, we're ready to take a new look, and we've also brought some new land online since then. Grandview Yard, the park out here on First Avenue, the potential for a trail integration, and 1016 Grandview Avenue, which of course was planned to be addressed under the umbrella of this plan. So you got a memo on this, but the RFP has gone out for landscape architecture, planning, and design type firms to partner with us. That obviously will be a discussion during the budget. It's not a budgeted project, but it's something that we hope to do. And also with that, the interim plan, which we have finally put into action, is that we are really using the site for storage and light needs, light city operational needs, obviously maintaining some presence and some safety and security, as well as HVAC systems, keeping those running in the interim. And of course, that's because we have successfully moved into 1525 Goodale. All departments have moved in as of last week, and the dispatch was the last to move in. Everything is generally functioning very well. Staff's uniformly reporting that they're happy and grateful for their new home. There is a punch-out list, though, and that's why we're still here in part. Let me just give you some highlights. The devil's always in the details. The parking lot, the striping is not done. There's still signage still outstanding. The lot's not open to the public yet, though the building is. For walk-ins, and people can park along Glendale. AV and technology, that's actually the stickler for public meetings, and all of those in building common areas, conference rooms, and council chambers really need to be completed, installed, and then we need to do training and testing before we can really be comfortable opening it up for those public meetings. And I think you can understand how challenging it is when the AV doesn't work. So I guess in that vein, we've secured this room for all meetings through November. We're on target to be complete for the December meetings, and maybe earlier pending the installation, testing, and training. And we can arrange for a demo in council chambers if needed. Before that, November 18th ribbon cutting, and just a reminder on that, scheduled 4 to 7 p.m. We're working on the program. Remarks, commendations. We will have many people from around the region and from obviously the town in attendance, commemorative ribbons, a time capsule, tours, and refreshments. So we're very grateful to be able to do this, and grateful to the community for the generational investment. Numerous members of the public will be there, and including some of the members that worked on the campaign to get it funded. So thank you. I'm sure I will see you all there. I'm sure I'll see you before then. And that was the administrator's report as well, since he's not here.
Okay. Any questions? Okay. If not, we'll go on to Director of Building and Zoning, Director Halsey.
Yes, as you can see by the report, we are continuing to have new commercial ventures in town, and we're also continuing at a pace to remodel and improve the residential stock in town, ongoing projects, people's projects, and we're continuing to have zoning and planning meetings. Probably the biggest thing on the report is that we do have full occupancy of the new city building. As the mayor mentioned, we're still working with some technology issues, but that doesn't affect the building safety, so we have full occupancy building, and everybody's moved in, and everything seems to be working well. From the building code standpoint, technology is an issue, but where everything else is working well. The other item that we're working on is we're trying to save some trees, and probably early November we'll be going digital with applications for BZA and Planning Commission. We'll be able to receive all that online. No more bringing in 8 cents of prints for those meetings. We'll do them as much technology as possible. And it'll also save people trips down to McKinley to drop off their documents. They can submit them all online. They can make payments online. We can schedule meetings online. We can also allow us to accept, if they're not too strict, last-minute changes, because we'll be digital. We'll be able to insert those pages very easily for everyone to see. So we're working on that right now. I'm hoping to get it going by November, but there's a lot of setup in the computer to make the applications work correctly, because it's a lot more complex than I thought it was at first. But we want to get everything right, and we'll get that online as soon as we can.
Thank you. Any questions for the director? If not, thank you. Next is Director of Finance, Director Miller.
I submitted a substantial report this month. Overall, income tax is coming in very good. I had a council member ask for some updates on employers, so I included a list of some of the new employers we've seen since 2023, and those that have left, so that's included in there. And then I did my quarterly financial reports. So there's budget versus actual that compares last year's actual to the budget this year and what we've spent so far today this year for the general fund, and then all other funds are combined. It has a fund cash balance report that lists each fund and how much cash was in there at the end of September, a cash reconciliation, and then a debt statement. The debt statement shows everything that was outstanding as of the end of September. So I can answer any questions you may have.
Any questions? Councilmember Kozak, did you have a question?
No, I was going to ask about that Thai's Asian Bistro, but that's what you were referring to, going into the Jason's Deli.
I think that's what you were referring
Yes,
to, yeah.
yes, and actually, I think they've changed their name now. I think it's Dim Sum, yeah.
Oh,
But yes, that's going in Jason's Deli.
okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next, City Attorney reports.
I've submitted my report and would be happy to answer questions.
Questions, move on to old business. Clerk, want to read the first order?
Ordinance 2025-09, an ordinance to approve of supplemental appropriations for the City of Grandview Heights for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2025. Third reading. Previous readings, September 8th, 2025, and September 22nd, 2025, assigned to the Finance Committee.
Okay, the Finance Committee did meet on this at 6:45. It's pretty straightforward. There's basically 150 total additional appropriations for police and fire, mainly related to overtime, 15,000 additional appropriations for the engineering for the water valve replacement project, and the rest of the money that's in the appropriations passed through for the TIF, Granby Yard, and Jed Z. So the actual spending is an additional 165,000. There was an amendment, or I'm sorry, a substitute version. Let's see, how much additional was it?
$26,200.
Yeah, as an additional amount. So, and the Finance Committee did recommend approval of the substitute version, which included that increase in the TIF. So with that, I will, well, do we have a motion for the substitute version?
Motion to substitute to version,
Is that version
I never remember what I read.
10/13/2025?
Yeah, thank you, 10/13/2025.
Second.
Clerk, call the roll.
Houston,
Yes.
Kozak,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Vice President Smith.
Yes.
Approval to substitute version 10/13/2025.
has passed.
Okay, so with that, is there a motion for this ordinance?
Move to approve.
Second.
Clerk, call the roll.
Kozak?
Yes.
Houston?
Yes.
Weiss?
Yes.
Vice President Smith?
Yes.
Ordinance 2025-09 has been approved in substituted version 1013-2025.
Next, we have new business.
Resolution 32-2025, a resolution to honor and recognize October 13th as Indigenous Peoples' Day.
This was a resolution introduced by Council President Keeler. She's not here, of course. This is recognizing Indigenous peoples in this day. The Indigenous Americans contributed greatly to this nation and in particular the state. Throughout the years, they've experienced plenty of hardships along the way. Council President Keeler thought it'd be a great idea to come up with this resolution honoring their many contributions and attributes to our community and state as a whole. So do we have any discussion on this?
I'd also just recognize the Adena people who, the mound there on Grandview Avenue, is attributed to them.
Okay. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Clerk, call the roll.
Weiss?
Yes.
Houston?
Yes.
Kozak?
Yes.
Vice President Smith?
Yes.
Resolution 32-2025 has been approved.
Next on the agenda, other business? Any other business? If not, comments from council members? None? All right, well, with that, we are adjourned.